Hi, queer kids. It's Mystery. Um, I've been going back and forth yesterday and today whether or not to make this video. Yesterday, I was supposed to, I was getting ready, um, and to go to Pride in March with a youth program that I'm a part of. Um, and I was going through my Instagram feed, and I saw that there was the sorry about that. There was the attack in Orlando. Um, and I debated whether or not to go to Pride to march, um, because I was scared. I was scared that something else might happen. I was afraid that it wouldn't wasn't gonna be respectful to the people of Orlando that were uh, in the club that was sh- that the shooter went to. Um, and then I realized that this is the best way I can do something. I live on the other side of the country, and being afraid and being holed up and hiding isn't going to help anyone. That the best thing I can do is send my love into the universe, um, and put out good thoughts and vibes to the people of Orlando and the people affected by this horrible, horrible event. Um, I was met by what I met a lot of people who felt very similarly. Uh, and when I was waiting for the parade to start, which ended up, I was there for about 3 hours where we just weren't doing anything because it turns out there was someone who, a man from Indiana who had 3 rifles and materials to make bombs in Santa Monica near where LA Pride is, and he was planning on attacking Pride. So there was a huge police presence. They were debating whether or not um, to cancel Pride. They ended up realizing that they once they arrested him, there was no other threat. But it was scary. I have to tell you that. And um, even though I don't personally know anyone that was in the club that night or who has family or friends in the club, um, it did affect me. Um, because it was kind of like it it wasn't a wake up call because I knew that being out and proud of who I am is always dangerous for someone like us, like me. But it was this huge sign showing that our country hasn't changed that much, especially with the tweets um, from some political candidates for the next presidential for the next candidates for president. Um, their tweets were really messed up, and I'm just so saddened by the fact that this had to happen, that this happened, that things like this are still happening and are gonna happen. And it's very upsetting. It's horrendous. It's horrible. And the worst part of it is that a presidential candidate goes out in public, tweets about how it's basically a humble brag about how he's right, that radical Islam is attacking our country, which it has at some point, but it's not Islam. It's a radicalized version of a religion, and you do not use an act of terrorism, a horrific event that attacked a community that you haven't said anything about, to gain something politically. These are actual people, people who have families and a life, and who are real people, and you're pretending that they're really not, that they're just things that died that will help you advance politically, and it makes me sick. And it makes me so upset that there's so much hatred in this world, and that people are gonna blame Muslims for this attack, because it's not. At the Pride Parade, I walked with a young Muslim girl with a hijab on, and she showed no fear. And people like Donald Trump, the one who tweeted the humble brag, are gonna say that it's people like her, Muslims, that are the reason for it, and it's not. It's a mentally unstable person using religion in the wrong way. And you can be queer in Muslim, you can be queer in any religion. And it's sickening to see someone blame an entire religion on the acts of one person who is using the religion in a disgusting way. And it's horrible to see someone using this form of bigotry. This person, to see Donald Trump taking an attack, a bigoted attack, and putting bigotry on top of that. And it's just disgusting. Like, what is happening anymore? When is it okay to take something where people died, the biggest mass shooting in US history, and take it and turn it into political gain, explicit political gain? And it's disgusting. And it's scary to have something like Orlando happen, and then you go out to do what you feel is the best way to celebrate these people's lives, and then you find out that someone was gonna go and try and kill you. And you see posts from people who are like, if they had a gun, if someone in the nightclub had a gun, this wouldn't have happened. It would have still happened. It doesn't matter. Having more guns doesn't stop the death. If they had more guns, more people would have just died. And it's just very upsetting to see people use this as a way to say, oh, we shouldn't have gun control. This should show that we should, that we need to. People are dying. Why does anyone need, like, a machine gun? Why do you need that? And it's legal to get one. And what is it gonna take for the people who run this country to realize that more guns don't stop death? It's just gonna make it worse. And it's just very upsetting. I have to say the 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 most amazing thing I saw at Pride was the fact that everyone came together. That people made signs that said we will not be silenced. And that's why I went to Pride. That's why most of the people went to Pride. That's why I'm making this video, because we will not be silenced because of one person's actions. We will not lay down and take it when someone attacks us. And I just can't I just can't believe what people are saying about this, and it's just horrible. So I urge anyone watching this, stay safe and make sure to be aware of what's happening around you as much as possible, but don't be afraid. It's scary, but try not to be afraid, because the fear just increases the hatred. Fear of a name increases the fear of the thing itself. I love you guys. Stay safe.